Welcome everyone to this week's episode of My Life and my virtual therapy dog channel. If you're new here, I'm Frank, and this is my life from my point of view.
With my voice by Dad.
I'm here for all the folks who want a dog but can't have one right now.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's video. Remember last week I said the weather had changed and was going to be worse? Well, it got a lot worse. But we're not going to let that slow us down much. Take one last look around, a little better look at where we're standing. Happy Hollow Airbnb, right on the Wilson River. See the guys across the river there. Two guys across the river on the rocks fishing, and those guys. And a little better look at where we're staying. There's actually 3 other dogs staying. It's a pet-friendly place. Little Nacho's getting a good scratch right there. But we probably it's like the second fireplace, and they actually run on propane, so you don't gotta work at starting a fire. But little pit stop at the horse/dog corral. Pretty nice. They have that little area, and the wind really was blowing, and a lot of rain. But we'll run down the river and down the road here just a little bit and get to the Air Museum. It is definitely worth the wait, no question or doubt. And we are in Tillamook, so lots of dairy farms everywhere. Supply the cheese makers in the area. And just really pretty country, even when it's pouring down rain. And here we are. Yeah, we're driving underneath an airplane. And that building's that big. And it's that big because they held blimps or airships. There's information about that inside. Unfortunately, we have a wah 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 wah. Yeah. So, Dad, Mom will go in, show you around. I'm gonna wait in the car. This is kind of the gift area out there. We'll stop by there on the way out. And one thing I can say for sure, Dad and I sit down and do all the video editing and everything, and I check out everything, give my opinion on it. When we can't go in places, and what I can say about this place is it's really big. I mean, really big. This is actually a tent inside the hangar. It's the hangar roof leaks some. And these are all like full-size real airplanes. A whole huge lineup of them inside the tent here. That's something I haven't done yet, is flying an airplane. I'm sure the first chance Dad has to get me in one, I'll go flying in a little airplane. Pretty neat though. Lots and lots of different airplanes, that's for sure. And that one has skis. Would you look at that? Oh. Arctic Research. Well, it makes sense why it has skis now. That was a really cute little one. And a helicopter. And I have to say, that's the funniest looking helicopter I've ever seen. And running around with Dad and Mom, I've actually seen a few different helicopters, but nothing like that. I have seen the little gyrocopters like that. Dad knows a couple different people with airplanes, and we have been around an airport, so. It is actually pretty neat to be able to just walk up right next to them like that and check them out. And the little reader boards, of course, have information about stuff. And if Dad zooms in on them where you can read them, you can pause, and there's a few of them worth pausing to read. So, unfortunately, unless this video was going to be 3 hours long, we can't stop and look at everything. But you get a pretty good overall view of what's there. So if you happen to be going up and down, up or down, the Oregon coast on 101 and come through Tillamook, it's definitely worth a stop. And in my opinion, worth. It was, what did Dad say? Dad said it was $11 each for him and Mom to go in. Oh, a little drone. And you recognize that lady there? That's actually Marilyn Monroe. She's kind of famous. She worked on drones before she became famous, I guess, or something like that. Okay, back out. We should. Oh yeah, and that plane right there was in the movie Top Gun. Dad and Mom have seen that movie, and I haven't ever saw it. That was made long before I was even born. But, nevertheless, kind of fun to check it out. Kind of weird walking around right underneath a jet. And they have bits and pieces of them everywhere. There's like the front cockpit from one of those. Later in the video, we'll walk up and look in the other one, but unfortunately, it's kind of dark in the cockpit, so. And Dad didn't have any kind of light with him, so. And planes fly all the time. There's bound to be accidents, so you gotta have fire trucks. Yeah, big old truck and a kind of a giant airplane. It's pretty amazing how many airplanes they had inside this hangar. Yeah, Trans World Airlines, TWA. Dad remembers them from when he was like, a kid, really. Mom kind of liked all the colors. Yeah, welcome to 1973. Orange, green. Orange and green were the big colors. Leave a comment if you remember 1973. Doesn't really look like stuff's changed all that much. Well, except the upholstery and the wall colors. Little TWA pillows. And not having tried food, but Dad said that the last time he flew, the food didn't look anything like that. And if you ever wondered what the cockpit of a passenger jet looked like, that's what they look like inside. And a whole row of tractors. And one little small airship. This was kind of Dad's favorite part, the engine room. He just liked you could really kind of check out a jet engine close up. Not something a person gets to do every day. And an old radial engine. And it had the little plaques there that showed what the engines came out of. That's what that engine was in. And I have to say that's kind of the funniest looking motor I've ever seen. This is what Dad really, really liked, was they had all these cutaways of these different engines and showed how they worked. Dad really thought that was pretty interesting. I mean, Dad's rebuilt motors and stuff. He knows what all that stuff is, but it's pretty hard to explain to people, and that makes it pretty obvious. And who'd have thought that little tiny engine? It's those really weren't very big. Make enough to fly that helicopter. Make enough power. Yeah, they get a little bigger, but what they're pushing gets a little bigger too, so. Anyway, air raid shelter. Sure glad I didn't have to live through those kind of times. World War I and World War II and all that. It's just, being a dog, none of that makes any sense to me whatsoever. But they sure had a lot of cool stuff to look around at. Well, Jeep looks like it'd be fun to go for a ride in. Yeah, a steam train. And I guess that's like an alien blimp. Okay. Here's back up in that movie that was in Top Gun. Walk up the stairs. They got it kind of closed up. You can't really see that much, but yeah, if we ever came back, it'd be smart to bring a light. It's a little dark inside some of the, just like the cockpit areas, and they have like just sections that are the cockpits, and it's pretty dark in there. So, and a few different screens like this showing what it was, really like fly these things. And Mom and Dad said this was actually their favorite part because, look, North Bend, Oregon. That's like right next to Coos Bay where we live. We go through North Bend all the time. North Bend Bridge. Anyway, what I was saying, this was Mom and Dad's kind of favorite room because it actually had heat in it. And I don't know if that's the hangar that we're in on the TV screen there, but that's one of those airships going in, and they use those to patrol the coast. And a pretty decent exhibit on the women in the war effort. Women had a much bigger role than most people think. And you can pause stuff here and there to read some of this stuff, or better yet, stop by the museum. Give them a few bucks. Help in their efforts to preserve all this stuff. It's pretty cool what they're doing. Yeah, I've been yammering on about the museum, and I do want to thank all the new subscribers and everybody watching the videos. All the old subscribers supporting the channel. And, more support's just watching, liking, commenting, spreading the word that there's a virtual therapy dog out here for everybody. Really do appreciate it. This channel's not monetized and never will be. This channel's about helping people, not making money. Dad works to make money. He does this to help folks. Lots of stuff hanging from the ceiling. Green Army men. Dad said he played with those when he was a little kid. Pretty neat, huh? Anyway, it's a fairly quick look around. Hope everybody had fun. We got a few minutes of me riding out of here. You want to say thank you to everybody again? So, getting back home, saying hi to everybody. You gotta check the galley, make sure there's no extra food there. And that's about gonna do it this week. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let your friends know if you think my channel can possibly help them. And until next week, have fun, stay safe. Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my videos, stick upon the thumbs up button. And for the newest, go ahead and paw that subscribe button. Thanks again. Cheers.